Everyone, welcome back. Polestar Automotive Holding has hit an all-time new low. So the price per share for Polestar right now is $5.56. This is an all-time low. We've never been this low with Polestar before. The real question is, where's the bottom for Polestar? Because this is a huge plunge. For the past 5 days, Polestar has just been going down in value. Now, for myself personally, I'm quite happy because I like cheap shares, especially if they're a good company just like Polestar. For a lot of people out there, they're actually panicking. The market is completely panicking. The PSNY community is completely panicking, but I'm here to set their mind at ease. Relax. What's happening to Polestar right now is exactly what we predicted. Well, I can honestly say it's exactly what I predicted. Simply put, Polestar is a SPAC stock. It will be hit hard, especially if it's an EV company, which it is. It's a SPAC and it's an EV company, which are all being hit hard this year. Now, this actually started yesterday. The plummet actually started yesterday, extending losses for the Swedish EV manufacturer. Now, shares of the company actually fell about 5% to a intraday low of $5.65 yesterday. Now, that was the lowest on record for any 2022 IPOs. That's crazy, right? And now it's actually as low as $5.57. The question is, can it continue to fall? Can the price actually get even cheaper? Can it get close to $5.25 or even below $5, which would be insanely undervalued? Now, the stocks has been in decline over 30% in the past month, leading much of the pack of the loss-making EV startups over the span. The decline was only undone by Canoo in terms of immediate peers. Now, if you take a quick look at this chart, you'll actually notice that PSNY, Canoo, XPeng, Li Automotive, Lucid, they're all here. So over the past month, Canoo has actually been going down as much as over 40%. XPeng has been declining over 23%, with Li Automotive declining over 12%. Lucid, on the other hand, has been declining over 13%. So Polestar is being hit quite heavily. It's not just a 15% or a 10% or even a 5%. This is a huge whopping 31%. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that much of this sector has been under particular pressure, macroeconomics headwinds, not least in terms of more hawkish Fed policies that have sent the broader market south. As such, a longer runway to profitability comes under particular scrutiny. So for Polestar, for example, upside is expected to be limited under current condition. And of course, that's no surprise. EV stocks just are not doing too well right now. If we're looking at top EV companies by market cap, even Tesla is in a decline. So in the case of Tesla, let's take a look at an example. In the past 5 days, the price have gone from $312 to as low as $273. Super cheap. In the past 30 days, however, Tesla stocks have been as low as $267, and it looks like we could be heading back down there with the Tesla shares. Now, there's not much difference with Polestar and the rest of the EV automotive industry. In the last 30 days, majority of EV stocks are in the red. In fact, the top 10 EV stocks are all in the red. I've got a list of 31 EV stocks, and they're all in the red in the past 30 days. It's not just Polestar. But you might be wondering, why is Polestar being hit so harshly? Well, because Polestar is one of those shares that are low cap share. They tend to be hit much harsher in the market. It's also a company that is low on popularity. They are brand new to the market. They're brand new to the stock market as well, just going IPO in this year. So yes, there's a few reasons why Polestar is being hit harsher than other EV stocks. Now, economic headwinds will also push any Polestar uptick back by at least 12 months. And this was said by Bernstein analyst Daniel Ruska. To be honest, I don't share the same opinion. I do believe that the Polestar shares could have a huge turnaround in two factors. One, Polestar will be unveiling their first SUV on the 12th of October next month. That's going to drive a lot of huge and positive attention towards the Polestar company. The second major difference is that towards the end of this year, Polestar is looking to build at least 50,000 vehicles. Now, if they accomplish this goal, this would be a huge amount of positive news once again being injected into the Polestar company. So those are two possible big things that could help swing the Polestar shares back around in our favor. Now, while the Polestar shares being this low, it's actually quite negative on the surface because people tend to like companies that have impressive shares. If the shares are doing really well, then they really like the company. But if the shares are undervalued, if the shares are cheap, people tend to underestimate the company and give that company less respect. We've seen it times and times again, not just with EV companies, but also in the crypto market. Whenever Bitcoin is at $60,000, everyone wants to buy. Whenever Bitcoin is at $20,000, no one wants to buy Bitcoin. Isn't that funny how the human brain works? So that's my point. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean that it's bad. But because it is cheap, you usually get less people trying to buy that company and less people are genuinely interested in that company. But if the shares explode overnight, then people are suddenly fascinated by the company. It's just how the human brain works, unfortunately. But I have no doubt that Polestar can turn this around. The shares will definitely turn around. The market cap is 11.7 billion right now. It is incredibly undervalued, but that doesn't worry me too much. Mostly because I'm thinking long term for Polestar. And a lot of people out there do share the same sentiment, that they're holding on to Polestar long term. Now remember, ladies and gents, Polestar is the same company that currently has a plan to deliver 290,000 vehicles in 2025. That's literally 3 years away. Next year, Polestar is open to deliver over 100,000 vehicles. Can they accomplish this? It's going to be incredibly difficult. But I'm looking forward to seeing how well Polestar can do in the future. But thinking long-term with Polestar is ideal. That's exactly where we want to be with our thinking. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and of course, I will see you in the next video.